Hey everybody, this is Tommy from Capiche Gaming. So earlier this month, Blizzard revealed the new cinematic to their Diablo 4 game that they've been working on. Got me a little bit excited about the franchise once again. So I kind of wanted to create a new series of videos here, complete playthrough, if I can make it. In Diablo 3, I'm going to use a hardcore demon hunter character from level 1 with no hand-me-down items. And to make things a little more interesting, I'm going to add a new twist, actually. I don't know if anyone's ever done this before, but essentially I'm going to let random chance with a dice roll app on my phone to dictate what skills and abilities I use throughout the playthrough. So every time that there's an option to be had, I'll roll the dice, let the dice choose my path, and it's going to be quite interesting because I'm sure there'll be plenty of suboptimal builds that I'll have to deal with, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so let's make sure that this is set up as a hardcore. For anyone who doesn't know, let's see, that's close. So let's go with Venetia. Sticking with the Italian theme here. Let's make sure our settings are on expert. We'll talk more about this after the cutscene.
My family was butchered by Hellspawn. To witness such a thing is enough to leave your mind in ruins. The madness killed my sister and left me frightened and alone. Until I was rescued by survivors who had joined together to rid the world of the creatures of hell. They saw in me the strength to resist the demons, and they forged me into a weapon. Now I am ready. A meteor has fallen in Tristram, and the dead have risen in its wake. I will send them back to their graves. Once I was hunted. Now, I am the hunter.
Alright, guys.
Only the dead reek like this. The fallen star is near.
Alright, so I'm back. I'm gonna play it through. For anyone who hasn't experienced the story, I'll let the narrative talk, and I'll try to be quiet during those moments. So it might be a little bit slower than some other playthroughs you've seen. Trying to treat this as a series for people who don't even know anything about Diablo 3. So I'll do my best not to let anybody down and die early.
I have more control now. I have journeyed here to find the fallen star and purge its evil from this land.
It fell on the old cathedral. There was only one survivor, Leah. You should speak with her.
Captain Rumford, more dead are coming.
We can't open the gates until we drive them back.
They keep coming.
Not enough hatred.
never seen anyone fight like that before. Guards, open the gates. You'll find Leah at the Slaughtered Calf Inn.
Zakharum has fallen to disgrace.
Alright, so yeah, I'm playing this character from scratch. For anyone who doesn't know, hardcore characters, they get permanent death, so there is no resurrecting if you fall. Just hit level 2 and picked up this secondary ability, Impale. That does quite a bit more damage than the default Hungering Arrow, which pierces. And as a demon hunter, as you saw in the cutscene, her abilities are kind of they're all based on this hatred resource that you see in the bottom left hand corner. So we've got the red resource. Her family was slaughtered, and that's kind of what fuels her actions as she moves forward. So Hungering Arrow replenishes the resource, and then secondary abilities usually diminish them.
For many years, villagers were too afraid to settle near the ruins of the cursed town Tristram. But as time went by, adventurers arrived to loot the old cathedral, and their business was profitable enough that new Tristram sprang up to accommodate them. Fewer travelers visit now, though, and the town is mostly populated by craftsmen and farmers.
Leah, is it? Rumford said that you survived the Fallen Star's impact.
I did, but it blasted my uncle Deckard Cain into the depths of the old cathedral. I tried to search for him, but the dead were already rising. I came back here to rally the militia, but... Watch out! The wounded are turning!
This is killing business.
The dead will overwhelm us all, unless something is done.
Then I shall put an end to them and secure your town.
Thank you. You should speak with Captain Rumford at the gate. He can tell you what to do.
Alright, a lot of narratives here. I'm just gonna stay
We've been
quiet
under
during most of
siege
this.
for 6 days now. Uncle Deckard is still missing. Captain Rumford and the others are losing hope. I tell them not to lose faith, but if help doesn't arrive soon...
Alright, so this inventory signet ring of Blizzard, I'm just gonna go ahead and equip that. It's sort of just a default Blizzard ring that they're giving you for one of the anniversaries that just passed. It does a little bit, but it's gonna be replaced soon enough. It comes with a 10% chance to freeze.
What can
Which is
I
kinda
do
nice.
to help fight the risen dead?
I admire your courage, but Captain Dalton and the militia were slaughtered by those things. Only I survived.
Don't worry, I will avenge their deaths.
Well, I have seen you fight. Strike at the wretched mothers and their queen. They're the ones vomiting out these horrors.
They're attacking the barricades!
So as we go through this,
There! That's one of the wretched mothers. There are more of them in the ruins down the road.
we'll see that with some of these random... Hold on a second, did that equip? Oh, I didn't. Oh, I guess it just automatically equips if you don't have anything. These random chance rolls are going to be quite a bit interesting when I level up here. Level 3 will actually come with the first one, so we'll see what I'm talking about.
I've become stronger.
Alright, so here for example, we hit level 3. All these will be unlocked at some point, but for now we've only got these 2 skill tree or skill slots unlocked. In the primary now we've got the default Hungering Arrow has a new option, Entangling Shot, which doesn't pierce anymore, but will slow down the ability or the creatures with chains. Alright, so I've got a dice app here on my phone, and just a second here. I'm going to roll this, and what I'll do is let's set number 1, 2, and 3 will mean that I need to keep the Hungering Arrow, and 4, 5, and 6 will switch to the Entangling Shot. I'll have to edit in some sort of roll on the screen so y'all can see what's going on, but you'll just have to trust me on whatever I get here. And we came up with a 3, so I've got to keep Hungering Arrow for now. And hopefully in the future we can see some more variety. At this level, it's not going to make too much of a difference. When we get into some of the harder things, the suboptimal builds will be quite a bit more challenging. The Demon Hunter usually is catered towards players who like to kite and keep their distance. And some of these attributes that these enemies have, with teleporting and fast speed and things like that, will be quite a bit more difficult as we move forward.
My hatred is too low.
Do what I can. They don't hit too hard yet, so we'll be alright. I do want to remember to use the L1 button if I ever get in some dire straits, though. I honestly can't remember if that's a consumable in the sense that I have to get more, or if it's just a time-based thing. And before we take on this wretched murderer, we're gonna go down here. Must kill it. You usually want to hit up each of these little small instances as you go through. They come across some rare enemies and mobs that can drop something of use. Or in this case, a chest. Some quick shoes. Another chest. Alright. Reptilian cloth pants. I'm slaughtered. Let's see what we got. Just kind of interested. Life per second. Movement speed. I hope they bring back the Demon Hunter for Diablo 4. I'm not so sure that they will, but I think it's probably my favorite archetype of the Diablo 3 series. More quick shoes. Be hitting level 4 here soon. And we'll get some new abilities. I'm not sure if I'll get to roll the dice or not. Alright, well, something else back here? No. No. Moving on.
I need more hatred to do that.
Oh my god.
I've become more formidable.
Alright, let's see what we got. I won't always be able to stop in the middle of what I'm doing to evaluate. I probably could have there, but let me go ahead and knock these guys out real quick. Knockback minions. Not too bad, considering I can really like to keep my distance anyways. Oh, except it does slow me down, which is not good. I'm just gonna tank
Not
these
enough
hits.
hatred. My hatred is too low.
Oh, this is taking forever. I forgot how slow it can be when you kind of ramp up difficulties and things. It's so sad, actually. I don't know what I'm gonna do when I come to boss fights and I have like worthless abilities and the boss times out and ramps up to the point where I literally can't escape. So I don't really think I'll be successful in completing this entire game without optimum strategies, but okay, so anyway, now that we've got that finished, I'll just show everybody. I didn't have anything to roll dice on this time around. I picked up caltrops on the square ability, which allows me to place traps that slow the enemies, but no options to really speak of. On the hardcore characters, I'm probably going to play a little bit more conservative than what you would typically see. There's nothing more embarrassing than losing your character to permanent death just because you kind of rushed in and weren't, you know, being cautious. One more wretched mother, and then we can kind of wrap this section of the intro portion here.
While exploring a cave with hopes of finding hidden treasure, I came upon a most grisly sight. A heap of dead bodies. Unbelievably, as I was searching them for any items of value, they began to rise. I must tell them of this in New Tristram before it's too late.
What's everybody think about Diablo 4 so far? I know that we've only seen the beginning stages of gameplay and cinematic, but are there any hopes out there that they'll actually have it released in 2021? Or is that you think too much to ask for?
The task is done. These
Level
unholy
5. Let's see what we
creatures
got
can
here.
rest now.
Okay, so we've hit a new level. Even though it was only this secondary tier of abilities that got a new option, every level we're going to go through and re-roll for every skill slot. So we're going to start with this one again. Hunkering Arrow versus Entangling Shot. When there's two options, what I'll do is 1, 2, and 3 will be the first option, 4, 5, and 6 will count for the second one. So I'm rolling, and I got a 4. So I'll be switching to Entangling Shot, which will slow down the enemies. And then up here, same thing, 1, 2, and 3 for Impale, or 4, 5, and 6 for Rapid Fire. We got a 1, so we're going to stick with Impale for now. Rapid Shot is kind of nice. It's a little bit more flashy than practical at this point. Oops. get a new weapon so it doesn't take me 6 hits to kill things. Maybe I can find something at the bottom of this little instance here. More gold. Just eating something over there. Don't mind me. Wow, okay. I was kind of hoping this would have a second layer to it. I cannot leave map unfinished, so I'm sorry if that annoys anybody. Wow, my first gloves. Low quality at that.
Old Tristram, Diablo's evil, still lingers here.
New tunic. No waypoint.
Not enough hatred.
Oh God. Finally, okay. Can I not equip it? There we go. Let's see how much better
That
this is.
thing must die.
Oh, we have wallers. Okay. That's not very fun for people who are trying to kite. They like throw walls up in front and behind to kind of impair your movement. Not too bad here out in the open when you're in close quarters. In higher levels. That's one of the worst things you can come across as a demon hunter, honestly. Wow, okay. Finish up this border here. We have another set of rare mobs over here.
I need more hatred to do that.
Teleporters, okay. Just stay right there, guys. At least they don't hit too hard. Still kind of annoying that it takes me, what, like 12 shots to kill some of these guys.
My hatred is too low.
It would also be nice if my aim was any good. Still another teleporter over there. get something else for finish them all off, but I guess not. Alright, I think we're about done with this part of the map. So you guys, if you like this idea, kind of throwing this twist in here and doing these random skills and abilities, you know, follow up, subscribe to my new growing channel. Again, it's Capiche Gaming. I've just recently started within the last like 3 weeks or so. I could use a hand up. If not, that's cool too, but whatever you can do. I'm going to end this video here, and I'll see you guys next time.